Another example which we have is to find area of, let's say, an integral. Ax is any function and I wish to find out the area of this function ax between any two values a and b. Now it may look like a mathematical problem, but it has huge implications in statistical problems as well. Wherever we need to find out the expectation, variance, and higher order moments for continuous function, we are indirectly solving integrals. So basically, how do we solve those integrals? Some integrals are almost impossible to solve, but your simulation and random number generations can easily solve such integrals. So this is what we are interested in. And I use a theory proposed by statistics. If x is a random variable from uniform distribution with limits a and b, the upper and lower limits. Remember, the upper and lower limits are chosen exactly in the same way as the upper and lower limits of the integral. Then the PDF of this random variable x is given by this. And note that this PDF is independent of x. And I guess this is the only distribution, statistical distribution, where the PDF doesn't depend on x, which means that whatsoever x may be, the probability of such an x happening is constant, given by 1 upon b minus a. So statistical formulae of finding out the expectation. So if I wish to find out expectation of any function of x, say ax, then expectation of ax is given by this formula. Replacing fx, I have 1 upon b minus a. Since b minus a is independent of x, so it can be brought outside the integral. In fact, it can be taken to the other side, so that I get b minus a times expectation of this is equal to the required integral. So if I wish to have a solution to this, the solution is offered by the thing on the left hand side. A and B are known to us. So what we would like to now know is expectation of AX. We know from statistics the law of large numbers, which states that as n is very, very large, expectation of anything is approximated by that average. So 1 by n of anything. So if in place of this anything, if I have x, then 1 by n summation x. If I have x square, 1 by n summation x square. So just find out the average of this. So from this, expectation of ax is nothing but 1 by n summation ax. So therefore, integral of a to b, this is nothing but b minus a approximately. This is not exactly equal. This is approximately equal to b minus a into 1 by n summation axi. So in simple, so that was the mathematics behind this. So in simple steps, all I need to do is generate n random numbers between a and b, because these are the limits of the integral. For each of these random numbers, find the value of ax, the functional form. Average all these values that you get in the step 2 above and multiply the result by b minus a, and there you have the value of the integral. As an example, consider ax to be some function like this. So I generated 5 random numbers between the lower and upper limit of this integral. So let these random numbers be these. I calculated for every random number, I calculated x square plus 2x. So this value is nothing but 3.12 square plus twice of 3.12. So you get 15.98. 5.48 square plus twice of 5.48, which is 40.98. So I calculate these functional form for each of these random numbers. Average all the values that you get in step 2. So I am averaging all these values. So the average of these 5 values comes out to be 24.98. Multiply the result by this 5.85 b minus a times this, which yields the result to be 86.94. If you actually integrate this function, the actual value of the integral is 91. So we are not very far away, considering the fact that we had only taken 5 random numbers. Remember the theory, n has to be large. So if you increase the number of random numbers to 10, 12, 15, 20, whatsoever it is, as you keep on increasing the number of random numbers, you will be getting closer and closer to the actual value. Let's try to implement this in our R. The code is simple. Let me choose my n is equal to, let's say, 20. Right? Let's say I'm generating 20 random numbers. The lower limit was 2.36, the upper limit was 5.85. Let me generate n random numbers from a uniform distribution with limits a and b. So this command runif nab will generate n random numbers between the two. Let me generate the functional values for this. So which is random number multiplied by random number plus twice of random number. So this is x square plus 2x form. And then I find out average of all these random numbers, which is given by mean of this fn. And finally my result is b minus a times the average, and I can print the result. So let me run this. Okay, there seems to be something wrong. Okay, there it is. That's the mistake. It's the error. It's the error. So I'm running this again and again, and we see that we get different set of results. What we can do is we can store these results, all these results in an object, and find out average of all these results. Right? As we keep on increasing the sample size, we'll come earlier when it was 30, the result was 78, very far from the actual result. But now as I'm increasing the sample size, the result comes nearer and nearer to the true value. So you can choose a larger sample size, maybe 500, maybe 5,000, maybe 50,000, and you will arrive closer and closer to the actual value.